when I first started going to Holden Beach, I was so fascinated with the shells that I read every book I could get my hands on, and I found out why some shells are shiny and others aren't. And that's because here's an olive shell that is always shiny. That's because the animal, which is a snail, comes out, wraps around the shell, and polishes it with its body. It also makes the design so that every olive shell is different, like a fingerprint. My mother found a fighting whelk shell that we were very proud of. A beautiful thing that still has the kind of purple, not from the shell, but from things that grew on it. And this one is the moon shell, which is the one that my dad always wanted to find. Sometimes it's called a shark's eye. He was always looking for the biggest one he could find. And I had one that Billy and Charlie had collected. And so Mary and I took it out one day and put it on. We knew Daddy was coming down the beach looking for moon shells. We put it on the beach and we put big arrows in the sand pointing to it so he could find his moon shell. Sometimes we would go down to the other inlet, the Lockwood Folly Inlet, and the children remember finding with our toes, as we waded out in the inlet, a huge bed of sand dollars. Here they are. Here are a couple from that time. And they were intact. They were alive, in fact. And I kind of regret that even now, because now I would only pick up shells that have the animal out of them. But back then we were so thrilled with this find, we picked up a few of the live shells and brought them back and dried them in the sun. Shells are wonderful and they're fascinating. My sister Mary, who made this necklace, thank you, Mary, used, when she would go to the beach as a young teenager, would collect the shells and make bracelets. And of course, whenever you see a shell with a hole in it, that means murder. Some kind of a drill has drilled through and sucked the snail inside out. But she would collect these shells that washed up with the little holes in them, put elastic through them, and make bracelets and necklaces. Every woman in our family had some from Mary. So, and now she's doing them in silver. So I thank her for that. One of my favorite dreams was of Daddy, after he died, walking the beach looking for shells, while I sat on this big screen porch of post hazel and waved at him. He waved back, but he didn't stop looking for that fabulous moon shell.